Hi guys, it's me Happy Cat and welcome back to my channel, and today we are watching the Life is Strange double exposure reveal segment thing. I'm so excited. They're going to give us some more information about Max and her story and where we are in Life is Strange, so I'm so excited for this. I absolutely lost it during the reveal, so if you haven't seen that yet, after this video go check that out, because I completely lost it over my reaction to the mad reveal of this game. But anyway, here we go. I'm so excited. I hope we get some decent information, like we get everything we need from this game.
Coming up in this Life is Strange double exposure reveal live stream.
Hell yeah.
All you need to know about the game. Learn more about this thrilling supernatural murder mystery from Deck 9 developers Jonathan Stauder and Felice Kwan.
There are no footprints, there's no weapon. Police are completely stumped as to how it could have happened.
Okay.
Discover Max Caulfield's incredible new ability to shift between two parallel
Yeah,
timelines.
that's really
Comes in
interesting.
really handy when you're a detective and you want to eavesdrop and snoop and track suspects.
Welcome Hannah Telle, the actor behind Max.
She doesn't know what could happen. It could even kill her to try to use her powers again.
Whoa.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to cap it all off, our world
Things went a bit
premiere
crazy
of
last time.
extended gameplay. So get comfy, grab some snacks, and get ready.
We're
to
gonna get
dive into
gameplay
this
as well?
all-new
Oh my God.
adventure in the award-winning Life is Strange series.
I am so
This
pumped
is
for this.
Life is Strange double exposure.
I'm so pumped. Honestly, this was the best news of the year. I'm so happy Max is back. Oh, it looks so good.
It's been 3 years since the release of Life is Strange True Colors. Since then,
Whoa.
the team at Deck 9 Games have been hard at work on a game, a story and a world worthy of the return of Max Caulfield, beloved star of the very first Life is Strange.
I've been here before.
We knew that this had to be something special. We knew we had to respect
Oh, I love the character
the
models.
two unforgettable endings to the first chapter of Max's story, while
Oh,
also
Chloe.
crafting something new, something fresh that echoed and acknowledged Max's past challenges, even as it moved her personal story forward. Welcoming in new players from the very beginning, while giving fans the story they didn't know they wanted.
Oh, dude,
The
I am
team has
so
been
ready.
collaborating along with our partners at Square Enix External Studios to bring Max and Caledon University to vivid life.
I love this scene.
And we couldn't
the
have
whole
done it
setting
without
looks amazing.
Hannah Telle and the rest of our stunning cast, whose performances elevate and bring nuance to every moment of our story. Together, we've built for you a supernatural murder mystery.
What is this?
Packed full of twists, intrigue, and heart that still delivers on every aspect of Life is Strange's DNA.
Oh my
Meaningful
God.
emotional choices driven by your connection to other characters. A diverse and complex cast that reflects the world around us in all its joy, sorrow, and anxiety. Romance, humor, and light even in the darkest of circumstances.
Wow. Oh, it
For
looks
those
so
of
good.
you who have played every Life is Strange to date,
Like me.
can't wait to welcome you back.
I've played all of them.
And for those of you curious about Max and her new adventure, we're delighted to have you join us. Welcome to our deep dive reveal of Life is Strange double exposure.
Yay! Oh my God. It makes me so sad to see Chloe. Okay.
I swore.
Oh, we're going
I'd
through the
never
trailer again.
Use my power again.
We're going through the whole trailer again. Dude, I completely lost it on this trailer.
But 2 nights ago,
I've done like a breakdown of this trailer.
I found my friend's body in the woods.
I've watched this trailer like a million times, and I did a whole breakdown of it the other day. See, people were
I don't
saying
know who I can trust.
that she doesn't really look like Max here, but in the other
Or
clips
who
we just
trusts
saw,
me.
in the other
But
clips
my
at the
friend
beginning,
Safi,
you could tell it was Max. I don't know
is
why
dead.
it's not translating as well in the trailer, but it definitely looks like
So
Max in the other
why?
clips we saw.
Can I still hear her voice?
I'm loving this whole twist of her powers though. The parallel
Focusing
worlds.
my power.
It's,
I somehow
shifted.
It's like not only are they bringing it back, they're
into
bringing
a
it back
parallel timeline.
with
Here,
they're expanding on it,
Sophie
which is
still
amazing.
Alive. The danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Sophie
So cool, man.
if I can solve
See, people were
and
saying,
prevent
right, that scene there,
the same murder.
some people were saying that the girl in the blue coat was Rachel Amber, or it looked very similar to Rachel Amber. That's interesting. I didn't pick that up at all in my breakdown. But I've seen that mentioned a few times now, so I'm like, it does look a bit like Rachel Amber. Or it could be someone else.
Life is Strange Double Exposure
Okay.
is a thrilling narrative adventure game where you investigate a supernatural murder mystery. You play as Max Caulfield, a photographer and artist in residence at Caledon University,
Okay.
a prestigious college in upstate Vermont. When
looks
Max's
great.
new best friend, Safi, is found murdered in mysterious circumstances, Max discovers she has the supernatural ability to shift back and forth between two timelines.
I think I'm going to have to do another
In
breakdown
one
video
timeline,
on this.
Safi is dead, but in the other, she's still alive and still in danger.
Oh shit.
Max realizes the killer will soon strike again in
Oh.
both versions of reality. Max and the player will use her new shift power to explore two versions of this vivid winter campus. As you forge allies and pursue suspects across two versions of reality, you'll shape
This is
both
gonna get
timelines
confusing.
through your unforgettable choices.
This is going to be so confusing.
But it's a race against time. A relentless detective has Max in his sights, and Safi's killer grows closer with every clue uncovered.
Oh, God.
With Max's new power to shift between two timelines, can you solve and prevent the same murder?
wild.
Her character looks so good. Like, her character model looks amazing. I love how good she looks. Like, her eyes, her skin, like, it just looks so good.
Murder mysteries, a narrative genre full of thrilling stories and intense action, scattered with red herrings and the inevitable climactic twist. But what happens when elements of the supernatural become involved, making the mystery at hand seemingly impossible to solve?
So it will be
And
supernatural.
how do you write something so complex? I'm chatting with game director Jonathan Stauder and narrative director Felice Kwan to learn how they crafted Life is Strange Double Exposure's supernatural murder mystery.
Okay.
Jonathan and Felice, it is so wonderful to be here with you. How does it feel now that you can finally talk about Life is Strange Double Exposure?
It has definitely been exciting to finally get to talk about what Tech9's been working on these past few years, and we get to talk more about the game today.
We are excited for fan theories about what's going on in the trailer.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of theories. We're gonna have a lot of theories, trust me, because a mystery is afoot, right? And that is the core premise of the game.
Right. But not just a murder mystery, it's a supernatural murder mystery.
That's interesting.
What initially starts as a
Supernatural.
whodunit in terms of the crime very quickly becomes a how could this have even happened? How is this even possible?
Like a
sort of
paradox.
crime. And then you, as the player, as Max, are uniquely suited to use your time powers.
That
to
is
solve
interesting.
this
I don't want them to
Can you
reveal
tell me
too
about
much.
Max,
Like,
who she is and
I
why
want to
she
be
has time powers?
surprised.
Right, so Max Caulfield, famous photographer, artist in residence at Caledon University. which is
Famous
the setting of our game.
photographer.
She's come to
Okay.
Caledon University to start afresh, to build a life that's separate from a past that she doesn't really want to think about anymore. But unfortunately for her, this mystery lands in her lap.
So Felice, can you set the scene for us? Because we've got mysterious pasts at play, but then also this is a very unusual murder mystery, right?
Right. So it is almost holiday break, dead of winter. Max walks up a hill and finds her friend Safi dead in the snow, seconds after seeing Safi talking on the phone. There are no footprints, there's no weapon. Police are completely stumped as to how it could have happened.
Okay.
So there's not really any evidence or leads to go by. How do you solve a murder mystery like this? What tools?
I'm a
might
little
you
bit
have?
worried that they're
Luckily,
going to reveal
Max
too much. I don't want
unlocks
to be
a supernatural
spoiled too
ability.
much, you know?
She is able to shift from the current timeline into a parallel timeline where her friend Safi is alive. And fans of the first game will recognize this as kind of an evolution of her rewind power. And why exactly that has happened is at the heart of the story.
What the hell is
Oh,
that?
there's a reason for it. Oh, that's interesting.
So my understanding is there are two timelines at play here. One in which Safi is still alive, and the other, she's been murdered. If I'm Max, why don't I just stay in the timeline where she's still alive?
Because Max will very quickly discover the killer is still at large in the timeline where Safi is alive. And so, using her new supernatural abilities, Max will have to
see.
both solve and prevent the same crime.
So
across
somehow the
timelines.
So we're dealing
timelines
with
cross.
two timelines and a race against time to stop a killer before they kill again. This seems like it was very complicated to write.
It was really complicated.
Lots of
It was also very
storyboarding.
interesting because Max meets essentially two versions of every person that she's investigating.
That's mad.
Two versions of the environment, and these will both differ in ways that are significant because of Safi's death. It is also kind of bittersweet because even the people that Max is growing closer to, like Moses, there's two versions of him as well, and she needs to navigate that.
Can you tell
Wow,
us
that's
a
going to
bit
be
more
so
about
cool.
Moses?
So Moses is Safi's best friend,
Right.
and he's an astrophysicist at this college.
Nice.
And because of his science background, he might be the only person who can help Max understand what's going on with her powers. And the two
Okay.
of them grow closer through this investigation. But Max has to wrestle with if she's ready to open up and tell someone about her powers for the first time in years.
Now, Jonathan, I can imagine that the multiple timelines also really lends itself to some interesting gameplay. What can we expect?
Well, so Max's
gonna be
ability
so
to shift
fun.
between the two timelines open up a whole slew of new gameplay possibilities for us. And so Max will be navigating between different versions of the same space
That's gonna be
impacted
so
by Safi's
fun.
death, and she'll be able to use these powers to circumnavigate puzzles, discover clues about suspects she might not otherwise have access to, in addition to navigating these different relationships in each space.
Oh, so like maybe in one timeline a door is closed, in another it's been unlocked, but it sort of
It's very
depends
similar
on
to the
how
time
you
travel
play the game,
mechanic.
right?
Right.
Or Max can make sure that it is unlocked. in one timeline.
Oh, now we're learning. I'm going to write this down in advance. And you mentioned
It's very similar to the
earlier
time travel
that
one.
this is described as a quote-unquote impossible murder that only Max can solve. Why is that?
Because Max can talk to the murder victim. She's the only person who can do that, and it's her relationship with Safi that's the key to solving it.
Safi's alive.
Okay.
Max, are you okay? It kind of seems like you're on drugs.
Huh? Oh,
I'm guessing.
no, I'm just really happy you're here with me. And your mom.
Oh, it is her mum. I was wondering if that was her mum.
So,
Okay.
drugs then.
It's
So
still,
let's
it's
talk
still
about
got the sense
Max's
of humor.
incredible
I love it.
new ability to bend time. Give us the lowdown on that.
Right. So Max has the ability to tear the fabric between these two timelines and instantaneously travel between them. We call it shifting.
That's a lot of responsibility, and that's a lot of power. Where does it come from? Because we know Max to have had powers in the past, right?
Yeah, she actually does not have her rewind powers anymore. She has not used it because of the trauma associated with it and fear of what might happen. And so when Safi is murdered, she can't rewind. It's like losing fluency in a language. But she does
Oh,
care
that's
enough about
interesting.
Safi that she's willing to.
So her
use the
powers
new
become
version of
rusty
her
if she
power,
doesn't
the
use it.
shifting,
That's
to
interesting.
try to help her friend. But why that has happened is Max doesn't know. It's kind of at the heart of the story.
So is Max
Okay.
kind of thrown by having
It's
this
kind
new
of a
power,
mystery
or is she
by
sort
itself.
of old hat at this? She's like, yeah, I've just got another power. Pile it on.
She definitely at first, she needs to use the power to investigate how the power works before she can even start to investigate the murder. So right off the bat, she is concerned, is this some version of rewind? Have I gone back in time? She doesn't know. And so she starts traversing the timeline.
It makes sense because it kind of looks like. Wait, whoa. Hang on.
And deducing how her power works.
That
Okay, so this
goose
pulse
picture,
power,
was that
is that the thing
a
that she
nod
does,
to
where it's
Untitled
kind of
Goose
like an
Game?
aura coming out of her fingertips, and she can,
goes up.
What's that?
Right. So Max can extend her supernatural senses to detect where the veil is weakest between the two timelines, the spots where she can shift.
Okay.
And in doing that,
So you can't
she can
shift
also
anywhere.
grab a glimpse of other people, key objects across the timeline without having to shift, which comes in really handy when you're
That
a
is
detective and
handy.
you want to eavesdrop and
So you don't have to
snoop
go
and track
fully
suspects.
between. You can just
So
go partially
when she
between.
uses the pulse, she kind of like takes this glimpse into the two timelines.
God,
can
this
make
must
an
have been
assessment
so
and then choose
complicated
which
to
one
make.
to shift into. How does the shift work?
Right. So when Max has identified one of these weak points between the timelines, we call them shift spots. She can use the shifting ability to instantaneously travel to the other timeline. So in a flash,
Look at the
she's
kitty cat.
instantaneously
There's a
transported
kitty
to
cat.
the opposite version of the environment, different non-playable characters around. And so she's able to use that to traverse puzzles, circumnavigate locked doors, suspects that won't talk to her in one timeline but will in another.
Oh, so like, is it apparent to the player, yeah, I'm in this timeline where Safi's still alive, or I'm in this one where Safi's dead? Like, how will I know? I will like confuse myself playing this.
So
Does Max get confused?
She does.
I think we're going to
she
get
absolutely
confused
does
too,
get
to be fair.
confused. And along the way, she has to learn what's different between the two timelines
I'm about to say,
along with the player.
how would you not
but
get
Safi's
confused of
death
which
not just
timeline is the
reverberates
right
through
timeline?
The relationships on campus.
Like, which
but
timeline is
also
the
through
correct one?
Environment, and we reflect this in different ways.
guess they're
different
both
set
correct
dressing,
though, right?
different audio, different lighting.
Weird.
The weather patterns change, the butterfly effect, and so.
So it's like
Safi's
there's a
death has
Christmas
this
tree in one
immense
and
impact that creates
Interesting.
two distinctly different timelines.
I do think that it will be really clear to both Max and the player where she's at. At the same time, she's juggling twice as many social interactions.
Oh my God.
And twice as many clues. So
That'd be
she
so
absolutely messes
tiring.
up. It's a lot of fun for Max to try to keep all of that straight.
Right. So she'll have to keep an eye out for dialogue choices.
yeah,
because
because-
if you're not paying attention, you might stumble into Max being confused about the timeline.
Oh, no,
Whereas
that's
if
gonna
you're
be really-
on your game. You can avoid those little faux pas.
Oh,
in the
that's going to be
conversation.
hard.
I'm sorry.
You gotta
I
keep
was
track of
being
what everyone's
nosy.
saying.
I don't know why. Probably just paranoid.
Oh,
You
she looks
think?
mad.
Jesus, Max. Get your shit together.
And also, we're on a college campus, so she's supposed to be using this power to be solving a murder mystery, but I imagine there's probably also a lot of drama that filters through.
And she's an artist in residence, so she's supposed to be this mentor figure to the students who are still there on holiday break. But at the same time, it would be really useful to manipulate these students to solve this mystery. So she is juggling a lot.
So
You gotta
Max
keep track
Caulfield,
of what
who's been
everyone's
so
saying.
closed off for so long, now has to be like, okay, I have to juggle all these new social situations,
mad.
put myself out there. It sounds like this is going to be a big learning experience for Max.
Now I have more impossible questions than I had to begin with.
I have to ask
This is- I
because
cannot wait to
I'm
play
just
this.
so curious. Which came first, the idea for Max to have this timeline shifting power,
Okay.
or did your team just want to experiment with the idea of multiple timelines?
We have been interested in multiple timelines for a while because of that gameplay possibilities. But I think it wasn't until we were exploring Max's story that it really clicked how we could do it in a way that felt it absolutely intertwined with the emotional journey as well.
And shifting and traversing the timelines is in the player's hands. You have to trust the player is going to do it.
Yeah, the player over the course of the game is going to learn how to use this ability to navigate the environments, the relationships, and then at a certain point, we just trust the player to navigate and solve this mystery.
Oh my God, I feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure to get
Safi
this
was
right.
gone
This is
forever.
so much
And
can go
now
wrong. It's just
I am
like,
in a whole new world of questions.
yeah, this is crazy.
What are these worlds? Timelines? Realities? Where did this new power come from? Is Rewind gone forever? Lucky for me, one question clearly takes priority. How do I protect the Safi I have left?
Now, as a big fan, I am so happy that Hannah Telle is returning as Max.
I am too.
But
I'm so
for
happy
people
she's
who
back.
are new, players who are new to the Life is Strange franchise, do they have to go back and play all of the older titles? What's the point of entry for them?
You don't have to at all. All of the Life is Strange games stand on their own and have their own story. And so for Life is Strange Double Exposure, Players will have everything they need to understand the emotional context of Max's past, but it is a brand new location in a small college.
I feel like they
There's
might be going
new
with
characters.
a certain
You
canon.
can absolutely start with this first game.
Seems like Safi rubbed a few people the wrong way.
See, this is the girl that
How should
everyone
I
thought
know?
was Rachel.
Go talk to somebody who's been here longer than 6 months.
We do all know that Life is Strange is all about choices and the consequences of those choices, for better or worse. So for returning players like me, who made really hard decisions that we now have to live with,
Yeah, we need to know.
do we bring those with us to Life is Strange Double Exposure?
Do we get
Yes, so the returning players from Max's first adventure will remember that there's a massive decision to make at the end of that game, results in 2 very different endings.
Yep.
And it was really important at Deck 9, if we were going to make another Max adventure, that the game would have to respect both those endings. Life is Strange Double Exposure does that very thing. There's no canon ending in our book to the first game.
Okay.
Double Exposure will
Wow.
respect both endings in Max's thoughts, her
Interesting.
journal, her SMS, her interactions with other characters, what she opts to reveal about her past to her new friends. It's all reflective of that final choice.
Okay, good.
For all of us players who were racked with guilt making those tough decisions, who kind of crave making decisions like that again, will we have lots of those choices that keep us up at night playing Life is Strange Double Exposure?
Yeah, Max will face a lot of tough decisions. It's kind of her thing.
Perfect.
Poor
Perfect.
Max.
That's what I want. Bring it on.
Poor
Bring it
Max
on.
got to go through it all over
And
again.
so it's been so long since the original game came out. For players who maybe don't have the original console that they played on, or let alone the save file from their
They're probably just gonna
Life
get
is
a choice
Strange
at the
1
beginning.
game, how will they import their previous choices?
They'll just get to choose, right?
So Safi and Max will have a conversation that's pretty early on in the game, and Arcadia Bay just comes up naturally in that
Okay,
conversation. So
cool.
players can remake the choice then, or they could try the other way.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so it sounds like Safi is kind of like a little interrogation there with Max.
Safi's very curious
Okay.
about Max because Max is generally pretty closed off, and Safi knows there's something interesting there.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where we're going to see this backstory come into play.
I figured that'd be
Very,
what
very
they
cool.
did.
So it sounds like new players are all good to go.
Yeah, 100%. It was very important to us that for folks entirely brand
I
new
feel
to
like there's going to be a
franchise and
lot
brand new
of
to Max Caulfield as a character, that everything they need to
replayability
know
with this
about her
game.
is right there in
Because you
Life
can
is Strange Double
you can
Exposure.
play the whole
For
game
returning
again,
players,
changing that
we
choice.
absolutely
Plus
honor
the multiple choices you
biggest,
have in
most
the game.
impactful decision you're going to
It's gonna be a
remember
lot
from
of,
that first game,
replayability.
and carry that forward so you can see how that plays out in Max's latest adventure.
Is this about the blue-haired girl whose picture you keep in your wallet?
Oh,
Wait, you snooped in my wallet?
Stop deflecting. The girl with the blue hair. What's the deal with you two?
oh.
Next up, we speak to
They're
Hannah
teasing us.
Telle, the iconic voice of Max Caulfield. And be sure to stick around because in less than 10 minutes, we'll showcase an extended look at new Life is Strange Double Exposure gameplay for the very first time. You don't want to miss it.
It's literally how I'm feeling right now. Do a little dance. Okay.
I'm Hannah Telle, and I play Max Caulfield in Life is Strange.
I'm so
Double
glad she's
Exposure.
back. I'm so glad.
Hannah, I'm so thrilled that you are back as Max Caulfield in Life is Strange Double Exposure. This is what we've been waiting for. How does it feel for you to return to Max? Probably a lot of emotions, underplay.
Yeah, so many emotions. It's an incredible feeling, and in a certain way, it feels like I'm coming home. I love Max so much, and we have so much in common. And my experience playing her the first time around was so formative in my life. It's a real honor to get to come back and expand on her story.
How did things feel this time around versus portraying the character in 2015?
Well, she's grown up so much. She was in high school in the first game, and now she's, out of her college years. She has a somewhat prestigious
Max
position
Caulfield walking with
as
ghosts.
an
Oh,
artist
that's
in
kind of cool.
residence at this amazing university, and she
That's the
has this whole amazing future.
That
ahead
was the
of her in
Arcadia
terms of
Bay
her
diner, wasn't it?
Artist career as a photographer. And I think that that's really given her a sense of purpose that's motivated her to kind of shed some of the shyness, parts of her introversion that held her back. I think that she's kind of grown out of that. She's more
that's so
comfortable
lovely.
with who she is, and she feels like, hey, this is who I'm supposed to be.
And more confident, Max.
Be safe, yeah?
When am I not?
She's been suppressing her powers while on the road. And now she's this artist in residence at Caledon in Vermont. Does she still feel like she needs to suppress them, or why did she feel like she needed to suppress them?
Well,
the powers
because of all
in
the events,
ultimate devastation in her life and everyone's life around her, and even like the space-time continuum with the weather-related phenomenons that were taking place because of her using this power. So she feels like this is like a deadly weapon. It's not something that she's gonna ever want to use again. And also, it really sets her apart from having a normal life and having normal relationships with people. So I think she's put that away very confidently, and is very hesitant about ever tapping back into that side of herself.
It would
again.
be hard to
She
resist
doesn't know
using
what
that
would
power,
happen.
though.
It could even kill her to try to use her powers again.
That's true.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. We've caught up with who Max Caulfield is now. What has she been doing in the time between the events of Arcadia Bay to now?
Yeah, I want to know
Well,
this.
she's been on the road.
Okay.
She doesn't feel comfortable in any one place, and she's living like a nomadic lifestyle, taking photographs of abandoned, lonely spaces. For some reason, anything that's desolate or stark and intense really draws her eye, and she likes to photograph that, and she's made a bit of a name for herself by photographing these types of images.
Interesting.
And she searches for them, and
There must be
stays
some
in
symbolism
hotels
behind
and
that.
hangs out in local watering holes and just kind of absorbs the slice of life of each little town that she's been in. And now she's in a new environment with all new people and a new job responsibility
and new powers too,
and
right?
new powers,
Can you talk about that a little bit? Because fans of the original game, we love the rewind power. You know, we were turning back time, but now time is moving in a different direction.
Exactly. Right? Well, as Max has evolved, her powers have evolved. She didn't use that power for a really long time, understandably, because it created so much devastation. So it atrophied and it adapted into something different.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's the same power, it's just evolved as she's got older.
Safi is alive.
This is where she tells him?
Travel between this timeline and that one.
So she has this
How's he ever
supernatural
gonna
ability
believe
to
that?
move between the timelines, see the timeline where Safi is still alive, go into the one where she's dead, talk to people.
Yes, exactly. She has a unique position to figure out what's really going on in this terrible situation of Safi's death.
So I know you're a true crime fan. So when you got the call of, hey, we want you to come back and play Max,
I bet you she didn't hesitate.
and solve this mystery, where were you? What was going through your head when you finally learned the news?
Well, I was still in school. I was studying neuroscience. I was trying to prepare to take calculus.
Legends.
I had to have 2 different tutors. It was a horrible situation.
2 timelines, 2 tutors.
2 timelines, 2 tutors, 1 mystery, 1 failing grade. But I got the call, and it was just like such an amazing rescue from my math phobia. And it was the producer and the performance director telling me, and I just sobbed into the phone.
Oh.
Wow.
It fills my heart. Like,
as you can probably tell,
it makes me so
the
happy
fan
that
base,
she
myself
cares about it so
included,
much.
have a very personal relationship with Max. How does it feel for you personally, knowing the impact that you've made on fans in the community?
It's just unbelievable to be playing a part that resonated with someone, so many people. It makes me feel so validated and so honored and so grateful.
We're grateful
there's
for
so
you
many
too.
fans of this game that have created this really loving community where they share their art and they pour their time and energy into creating gorgeous artwork or really intricate creative cosplays.
Got tattoos.
It's etched on their skin permanently because the game changed them, and the game changed me too. So I feel very connected to them, and it moves me to tears all the time.
Oh,
let's thrash.
What an absolute sweetheart. She is just.
Let's pretend you said something normal.
A wholesome
but
person.
That.
And it's not often that an actor gets to reprise a character. Was that something that you, from a physical perspective, from a performance perspective, had to take into account? Because you know, back in 2015, you were portraying a teenage Max versus Life is Strange Double Exposure was an adult Max. Did you have to change your voice or pitch?
Yes, well, my voice kind of stayed the same, but Max's voice matured and got a bit more deeper and more grounded in its tone, and her posture became a bit more sure of herself and tall
confident.
and standing to her full height and taking up space and being comfortable with that. And so I had to, you know, adjust
It's
everything
almost
about
like
my
the
body
new Max
to try to
has channeled a bit of
convey her
Chloe,
growth.
you know? Like she's taking Chloe on with her. Whether she's alive or not, I feel like she's got like a bit of Chloe confidence
And
in
now
the new
we're
Max.
proud to present an extended look at the gameplay from Life is Strange Double Exposure.
Okay, please just don't spoil too much though. Keep it a nice, simple gameplay. Right, I'm probably going to be going through this gameplay frame by frame afterwards to find out. I might do it in a separate video, but in a separate video
Cliff
or
Notes
this
version
video,
of what we're actually here to see.
I'm going to be going through this video and breaking
bunch
it
of
down.
little pieces of a shattered asteroid.
From 11 million miles away.
This is what I get for introducing you to.
Okay, so they only just met here. Okay.
So, should we be worried about this crazy asteroid hitting Earth?
Not in our lifetime. And it'll probably disintegrate before it reaches the surface.
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
Dude, oh my god, take a picture. What else can
I'm
I do?
documenting that shit. Can you imagine how cool an apocalypse photo set would be?
Oh my god. This again? Nobody would see it. I'm telling you, art requires an audience. Otherwise, it's just...
Okay, jeez. Agree to disagree.
Awful quiet over there, Murph. Don't want to weigh in?
I wasn't listening. But, hey, looks like the equipment's working.
Eek, why am I not at home wrapped up in a blanket burrito right now?
Blanket burrito. Fear of missing out because you're a good friend. Your ride was a terrible idea.
I don't know. Me and Moses out in town without you? Think of the wild times you would have missed.
Oh, this new Max is
Lakeport's
so
most
cute.
Notorious party animals.
Oh, I brought cups. Figured that was better than passing the bottle around.
Angry bear mug.
This is the best you could do?
Is that going to be a nod?
In this building.
There's probably going to be nods to other games, right? Is that a nod to the second game?
Mine says, I'm the world's horniest grandma.
Grab a mug, Max.
Oh, then we can see nerdy and dirty.
Wow. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
That's so funny. I was wondering what the mug said in the trailer.
I have some good news. It's big, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh.
You can't tell us you have good news and then...
I don't want to say anything else until everything is finalized.
And we're never going to find out, I'm guessing.
Well, whatever we're celebrating, I think it calls for a selfie.
This is probably going to be the night
just got
before
this
she dies,
camera
right?
And I want to get some good use out of it.
I think this is going to be the night before.
Damn.
The camera's probably going to be having some... She's probably going to take pictures of the camera. She's probably going to take pictures of the camera that will give clues to what happened. I'm already piecing things together in my head.
I'm gonna, you know...
I need to do a proper breakdown of this.
Do my thing.
Oh, music's so good again.
You two and your secrets. How you ever hold a conversation with each other is beyond me.
I'm dying to know what Sophie's good news is. Maybe I can somehow convince her to spill.
Dude, the lighting, oh my god, it looks so good.
I love how Moses always looks so passionate about his work. Even when he's just crunching numbers.
We still get the
Hey,
whole
Moses.
looking around
Casually
thing.
lean on the telescope.
Oh, we could just take pictures of people? Oh, that's cool.
Pretend.
Oh, we get to just take pictures when we want to. Oh, I like that. That's great. Oh, we got the phone back. Oh, now she's got like a proper... She had a smartphone before, but we've like leveled up. We've got like WhatsApp and other social medias on there. We had social media before, but I mean, it's definitely leveled up. It's kind of cool. Oh
hey,
my
Sophie.
god.
Find anything poemable?
The moon? Kind of. Though I'd hardly be the first. Carl Sandburg called it a friend for the lonesome to talk to.
Pretty. I haven't seen a moon this bright outside of Oregon.
Oh, a Max biography nugget. Those are rare.
Okay.
You never really talk about why you came here.
Okay, this is going to be the
You already know.
backstory.
Your mom threw me a lifeline. Pulled me out of freelance hell.
One of these days, I'm gonna find out what you're running from, Max Caulfield. That's a promise.
She's quite perceptive.
Okay, spill. What's the news?
No chance. That vault is closed.
You're killing me here. Are you really gonna keep secrets from your dear friend Max?
You're one to talk, my dear.
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave you to your muse.
It's kind of weird to see her so confident. I'm not used to seeing Max confident. It's kind of throwing me a little bit. It's cool. And she's still got her sweet, like, cutesy kind of personality, but she's very confident. It's really bizarre to
Moses.
see.
Doesn't some small part of you want to know what Sophie's good news is?
Does he know? Is he going to tell us?
I think I have an idea. But once we go down this road, we can't turn back.
Okay.
Give this to Sophie, if you can. You'll probably have to trick her into taking it or plant it on her.
Like a prank?
No. This has rules. So it's more of a game. Whoever holds the bottle cap has to do whatever you say. Well, within reason.
Interesting.
Moses, I have literally never wanted to play a game more in my entire life.
You say that now, but Sophie has a very loose definition of within reason. She'll come for you next.
Okay, wish me luck.
Is that how she makes Max tell her what her past was? She gives her the bottle cap, and then she asks her. That's probably what it's going to be, right?
Okay.
Okay.
How am I going to plant this on Sophie?
Oh, and look at the little diagram of the
Since Sophie hasn't quit smoking yet, maybe I can use it to my advantage.
slide.
I'm not above relaxing my principles to give Sophie that bottle
So we
cap.
got
There might be some other hiding places up here that
So
could
the
work.
images and some of the writing looks like the old style
hide the
Life is
bottle
Strange
cap
writing.
in
However,
a snowball. Not sure I want to rely on
even the
that.
writing looks a little
only
bit
get one
different,
shot.
so it doesn't look quite the same as
Sophie
the original
eats these
style.
when she can't slip away for a smoke. It'd be totally normal for me to offer her one.
That is, tip it in. That's smart. Hide it in, tip out the box. Bam. That's a good idea.
Now I've just got to deliver this to Sophie. Hey, Sophie. Want a piece of candy? There's a few left.
Oh, twist my arm.
I don't know why, but to me her voice sounds higher.
Shit. It's a conspiracy.
I think Max's voice sounds a bit higher pitch.
Come on, Max.
It sounds
Surely
different for
you,
sure.
of all people, would let a girl have her secrets.
And violate the sacred covenant of the bottle cap? Never.
You know I'm going to get you back for this, right?
Less thready, more talk.
Okay. So, Well, I've been shopping around a bunch of my poetry, right? Like, as a collection.
Oh, so she's into poetry. Okay.
A publisher made an offer.
For
Hey,
real?
that's
oh
amazing.
Oh my God, Sophie, that's incredible. Congratulations.
Now she's gonna sip of the bottle cap.
Thank you. Nothing signed or anything yet, so I want to keep it under wraps until all the paperwork gets signed.
There's no way she couldn't share that
Your
to start
secret
with.
is safe with me.
Oh. Oh, shit. Hello? This is Safi? Yes, this is Safia Llewellyn Fayyad speaking. Be right back.
Is that good or bad? Is that a good or bad call? I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Probably the publisher. No, the publisher would be calling it this time of night. Although there's different time zones in America.
So, would you really take pictures of the end of the world?
Yeah. Think about it. I take photos of empty buildings. An empty planet? That's next level.
Be careful what you wish for, Max.
But it's like Safi said. Nobody is ever going to see them.
Yeah, but people in the future might. You never know.
Sure, but who cares? I take a lot of photos nobody ever sees. I want to go out doing something I'm good at, you know?
Is she gonna create a parallel world of the end of the world?
What?
Is that what's gonna happen?
No, nothing. Just didn't take you as a it's the journey, not the destination type.
I mean, I guess I'm not. It's more like sometimes you reach the destination alone. And that's okay.
Oh, I feel like there's some...
Look at that.
Little hint of,
what a tale.
Drama there with Chloe. I think, Max, you got to be faster than that if you want to get a
Moses
picture.
was right. This is awesome.
Uh-oh. Oh, God, that wasn't good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, all good. Just dizzy. Maybe the champagne. I think I'm gonna take off, get some rest.
Uh-oh.
I can give you a ride if you wait a few minutes.
No, that's okay. I think a walk will clear my head. Think so.
Probably better to get a lift though, Max. Probably not the smartest thing to walk back. Oh dear. Okay, so that a little hint of it happened before she died. Oh my God, it's still going. Okay, I thought that was gonna be it. Okay. This is such a nice place. Oh, is this when she's gonna find her? Because this is like the trailer. This is like, it's gonna be the trailer part. And of course, the cool indie music's back. I'm gonna have to probably mute the section though because of copyright, or just lower. I normally can get away with it if I just lower the volume.
I'm glad Moses invited me out tonight.
I can't recall exactly how you came into my life at all. Seems you always.
Oh, it's such a good song.
Beautiful campus, but it's even better when it snows.
Oh, we're getting like the proper Max contemplating everything like we did in the original. So good. I'm gonna have to mute this though.
What a perfect night for walking home. I'll just catch
So
up with
nice.
Sophie tomorrow.
Oh, we're going on a full little walk. Oh, this is so cool.
Wonder what that call was about.
I do wish they kind of muted the music for this demo. But there it is.
Wow, Sophie. What did Mr. Snowman ever do to you?
I might have to mute the music when I play it through my YouTube. There's the owl. Symbolism for the owl. I looked into what the owl means because because we had Squirrel Girl. Oh, that's another interesting symbolism. The owls attacking the squirrels. Okay, that is very interesting because the squirrels attacking the owls. Because there was the doe in the original. The doe in the original was a symbolism of gentleness and caring. Oh god, even the owl triggered it. Oh my god. So the owl is a sign of good fortune, wisdom, knowledge, but good luck.
Max! The emergency broadcast system is now in effect.
End of the world? I freaking called it.
All of this.
I called it. I literally said she's going to create a parallel world of the end of the world. I knew that was going to happen. I literally said it a few minutes ago. She's going to creating a parallel world of the end of the world.
Hey.
Because she kept talking about it. It's like major foreshadowing. Oh god, not the nosebleeds.
Something's wrong. Sophie.
Hey! Come back!
Oh, she said she's still on the phone.
Sophie.
Okay.
She seems okay.
So she's still alive at this point.
I feel like I should check on her anyway. Better safe than sorry.
You got new messages from Moses. Check your messages. Oh, and the music's changed. This is so freaky. They keep talking about
Sophie, hang
gunshot.
on.
Same thing. Gunshot, like what happened before with Chloe. Oh, but she's still alive.
Sophie's fine. For a moment, I thought.
Wow. Okay, so she's still alive at this point. Must happen super quick. Or is she dead now? But we've already heard the gunshot.
Sophie.
Is this?
Sophie.
Is she dead now?
Hey, you okay?
Is she's got the camera though? Did she take a picture of her? But she was alive. We heard the gunshot while she was still alive. So did Max see a parallel timeline right there? Is that what happened? Max saw a parallel timeline in that moment because she was alive and then she wasn't. But the gunshot happened before. Oh, this is why the detective or the policeman is after her, because she was the first one to find her. The policeman's going to suspect Chloe. Is going to suspect Max. Crazy. I want to play it now. I can't wait till October, guys. That's what? We're mid-June, right? So July, August, September, October. 4 months. I gotta wait 4 months. I actually pre-ordered the game today. I went on Amazon, I pre-ordered it, so it's ready. I will be playing it day one when it comes out, and I will be playing it on my channel day one as well. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to mute this whole thing though, because of the music. It's so good. Okay. Oh, I am so excited.
Thanks for tuning in to our Life is Strange Double Exposure reveal
I'm
show.
so glad they did.
You can
this
pre-order
segment.
the game now for release on October 29th.
I already have.
2024.
I'm way ahead of you.
That's literally just a few months away.
4 months.
I've literally never wanted to play a game more in my entire life.
Yes.
Pre-order the Ultimate Edition to get advance access to the first 2 chapters on October 15th.
Wait,
2
what?
whole weeks before release date.
Okay, I
You'll
need to
also
do that.
receive 5 outfit packs.
Oh.
Spooky, Decades, Final Fantasy VII, Fan Favorite, and Paw Prince. As
Final
well
Fantasy
as
VII?
exclusive cat content. Follow us on all social media at Life is Strange Game for the latest updates.
I want
and we'll
cat
see
content.
you again soon.
I want the kitty cats. Okay, right, screw the Amazon pre-order. I'm going to cancel that and I'm going to pre-order it on my PlayStation. I need the 2-week early access. Dude, that's crazy. And I want the kitty cats. That's crazy. 2 weeks early access? That is interesting. Okay. This is a nice... Oh, this is a nice little scenery. Okay, I'll keep this going in the background when I just pause this. Okay. Interesting. So... I can't believe I just pre-ordered it on Amazon and then there's a better deal. I should have waited till this. I got too excited. I wanted it. Okay. So... I feel like we got a lot of information, not too many spoilery stuff, but stuff that I wanted to know, like with the whole Chloe thing and how we're going to end the game. I'm glad we can choose 2 different paths, but this is interesting because they're tampering into this world of parallels. It doesn't matter what choice you made at the end of the game because I still think Chloe's going to pop up at some point. I think Chloe's still going to be here because there's multiple timelines. And the fact we heard that little thing of the end of the world and Max kept talking about the end of the world, taking pictures of the end of the world. It's like she's almost like manifesting it. Do you know what I mean? Like she's almost manifesting it to happen and then it is happening. Crazy. Absolutely mad. But I think we saw a little bit of Max seeing the 2 parallel timelines in that moment because Safi was alive, but then you hear the gunshot, but she's still alive. And then she's not. So there's almost like a bleed between realities there, I think. Oh, but no, but it's supernatural. They said it's supernatural. This is another interesting part as well. They're saying there's a supernatural element, and I don't think it's just to do with the parallel worlds, because with the parallel worlds, that could be classed as the supernatural element. However, the rewinding of time would also be under the category of the parallel worlds as a supernatural thing. They didn't market the original Life is Strange as supernatural. So for it to be supernatural, I think there's some other element that is supernatural in the game. They keep talking about supernatural, so I don't think just the parallel worlds. I think there's something else going on that is a little bit more beyond this world. As in like a figure or like a creature or something like that. I think that might be coming into play a little bit. Kind of cool though. Do like another separate video breaking down a little bit, because there is definitely things I pointed out in this whole segment that I noticed. I didn't want to like speak too much over the dialogue, but I definitely seen things to point out throughout this whole hour. So I'm going to break this down into another video of just things I've spotted, pointed out, and I'm gonna do another little video diving into that a little bit more, because I know you guys enjoyed my last video of breaking down the trailer. There's so much to unpack here, it is insane. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for today, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the bell notification so you can be informed when my next video is up. I do mainly do YouTube playthroughs on my channel, so go and check those out. I've got loads of them, including Final Fantasy related to Square Enix. But yeah, I am also going to be doing some breakdown videos and that as well. And of course, I'll be playing Life is Strange. If I can get that 2 week early for the first 2 episodes, I can get this up like day 1 it comes out. So if that's something you want to see, then make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and hope to see you then. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Take care, stay safe, and until next time, bye.